I hope you're not in bed while watching this because I think these scary videos will have you checking under your covers. Number 10. Over on the channel An Everyday Canadian, the channel owner explains in one upload that he was upstairs a couple of minutes ago when he started to hear unexplainable noises coming from his basement. He says that he just did laundry not too long ago, so it couldn't possibly be a washing or a drying machine. Both his wife and kids are panicked about the sound, so he takes it upon himself to go downstairs and investigate.
Like, I don't even want to go down there. Holy shit. Oh God. I hate basements. My laundry machine just stopped. It's just me in the basement. Holy was that? What the
Wow. Had some colorful language, very clearly freaked out being down there, but as you see at the end, that just goes flying right towards him. The strange, small, toy-like object appears in front of him and gets knocked over in a wild and chaotic manner before the video ultimately ends. Something quite interesting to note too is that An Everyday Canadian still uploads every once in a while to his channel, but none of the content is paranormal related except for this one video, and ever since this was uploaded, he has yet to post any updates, causing some to suspect that it could have been staged in the hopes of getting some views. But what do you think? Is this real or fake? I'll let you decide. Number 9. Reddit user avoritz published this video about a month ago and is asking for anybody to help determine what exactly he was able to capture on his home surveillance camera in the middle of the night, because he is unable to come up with any sort of concrete answer. And I believe this is what he's referring to. It's a weird light formation, to say the least. It almost looks like 4 separate lights there, but in a almost perfectly straight line. At first, it almost looks like 2 small ghosts walking in front of the homeowner's driveway, but then it eventually splits and you can see it sort of looks like 4 lights moving in an unusual manner down the driveway. Many people in the comments section of the original uploader's Reddit post seem to be divided. Some people believe that it could be a paranormal spirit, some are completely unsure, and others think that it is nothing more than dew from a spiderweb nearby. The latter is definitely the most comforting answer, so one can only hope that this is the case. What do you think it is? Is it a spider web, a weird light formation, or something more sinister? Number 8. Over on the video and photo sharing website imgur, a user named sleuthjuice uploaded footage from his home security camera during the late hours of the night that seems to show something genuinely unsettling happening right in front of his house. And as you can see here, a stranger walks up and just ponders in front of his house. The stranger proceeds to stare at the uploader's house like this for a full minute before eventually deciding to turn around and leave the scene. But why was he going to this man's house that he doesn't know and staring at it without doing anything? Although he didn't try to break into the man's house or do any genuine damage, it is still something that no homeowner would want to watch on their surveillance camera when they wake up in the morning. The uploader has not posted any sort of follow-up to this story, so perhaps this mysterious stranger has not come back for a second visit. And if they ever do, let's pray that he is on watch and is able to call the cops and let them deal with this creepy person. Number 7. For as long as the internet has been around, haunted churches are some of the most popular destinations for paranormal investigators. For whatever reason, there seems to be plenty of ghosts or creepy experiences that happen within these holy places. In this video by Signs and Signals, the uploader and his nephew Eli are exploring one particular haunted church that proves to be especially creepy.
Definitely what's going on here. If there's a presence here, could you make yourself known? Dude.
How freaky is that? So he asks if, if there is a presence there to make itself known. There's a slight pause and then a single piano note. And these two guys, who are both in this room at the moment, are the only two people inside the church.
If there's a presence here, could you make yourself known? Dude.
And there's one other thing that's even scarier in this video that I want to talk about. Pay attention to this door right here. Right there, did you see it? Just pay very close attention. It just happens for a split second. A figure peers in, and then once it realizes it's on camera, quickly slips back out. Because it happened so quickly, and perhaps because they were focusing on the piano primarily, the uploader and his nephew did not notice the strange shadow figure peeking its head around the corner before disappearing in just a matter of seconds, seemingly for good. Number 6. The owner of the YouTube channel Huff Paranormal says that his dog has been staring at and following something for 3 nights in a row in his living room. So understandably confused and equally curious, he finally decides to get his video camera out to see exactly what his dog is so occupied with. So he's walking around his house with a camera.
Get in here. Hello.
It does sound like somebody saying mommy. And that does very clearly say mommy come out, just as transcribed here. But just wait, because there are more voices caught on camera. And one more time after he goes outside, you can hear more strange noises. In the description of the upload, Huff Paranormal clarifies that there was no television sound on at the time of filming this video, and says that there is nothing else in the room or even the general area that could have possibly caused these sounds. Huff Paranormal frequently uploads paranormal videos, but as far as this situation goes, it doesn't seem like there's been any updates. Number 5. The old Inunaki Tunnel is widely believed to be one of the most haunted places in all of Japan and is located near the Inunaki Mountain Pass. Throughout its history, a number of people have sadly lost their lives while inside the tunnel. One person in particular, a factory worker, had his life taken by a pack of teenagers in 1988, but even with its checkered past, YouTuber Mr. Culturephone is up for the challenge and decides to venture inside anyways. So this is the tunnel right here, and it's clearly been, I don't want to say bricked up, but what do these concrete blocks have clearly been used to block entrance of the tunnel. They luckily managed to get in. See, he climbs over. See, I'm gonna play it again. It's very faint, but it almost sounds like somebody laughing at them, and sort of like a cackling laughter as they walk through this tunnel. Which is just terrifying, especially considering it doesn't look like a lot of light gets into this tunnel, so they're walking around in almost complete darkness. These horrifying sounds that sound almost like they are coming from beyond another dimension continue for several minutes as he proceeds to walk all the way through. Gratefully, he makes it out without any harm being done to him, but it makes you wonder, what was that screaming? Does it belong to any of the people who lost their life inside years ago? We may never know for sure. Number 4. The channel owner behind Really Haunted says that him and his wife have been living through a terrifying experience every single day and describes the situation as madness. Because of this, he proceeds to set up a video camera in order to capture these events for all of us to see. Furthermore, he insists that the video footage you're about to see is completely unedited and is presented in its original format. Right there, did you see a move? I believe they just sort of looped it there, but it starts on the left here, and not only does it float to the right, but it slightly floats upwards as well. Now that is just freaky. And they are claiming this is 100% real. To this day, Really Haunted and his wife have absolutely no idea what could be causing these strange events to happen, and they are terrified about what has been going on inside the comfort of their own home for months. Some people may question the authenticity of certain ghost videos, but it's hard to argue about what was behind the closed door during the beginning, because it definitely looks like some sort of white mist moving around. Plus, the sounds from the staircase sound like somebody moving around, but the uploader insists that nobody was near the stairs at the time. So if these videos are 100% real, then it seems as if the uploader and his wife may be living with an uninvited third house member from the paranormal. Number 3. A woman named Sylvia C. has been experiencing some scary activity in her house for a long time, and in August of 2020, she finally decides to attempt to show her YouTube viewers exactly what she has been going through.
Oh my god, guys.
So all that cutlery just fell off.
Is there anything else you want to move tonight?
Do you guys see that? By far the most terrifying part are those knives being thrown off. I'm not sure how you could possibly fake that.
Oh my god, guys.
Although, upon first viewing, the potential spirit in Sylvia's kitchen may not seem too aggressive, if you look closely when the cutlery was moving around at the beginning, you can see that a blade actually goes flying across the room, and if Sylvia was not being careful, she could have easily gotten hurt. Unfortunately, Sylvia has been experiencing these types of incidents for almost a year now, and it is still going on. She says she has plans to move out eventually, but that is yet to happen. Hopefully she will be able to before it's too late. Number 2, Reddit user Stix-zadinia is out for a walk late at night because he thought he heard something coming from nearby his home that startled him. In most instances, if somebody thought they heard something terrifying near their home, their immediate instinct would be to stay indoors at all costs, just in case something bad were to happen. But not this user. He decides to take matters into his own hands and conduct an investigation himself. Those screams. And this apparently, according to the post, happened in Switzerland. That is disturbing. And also, according to the poster, this forest does not have foxes in it. That is just beyond freaky. Some people suggest that perhaps these weird sounds belong to some sort of strange animal, or maybe a group of foxes, but the Reddit user insists that there were no animals nearby when this particular incident was going on. When you listen to it, it definitely sounds like the screams of a couple of people, which is a terrifying thought to ponder. If it is children screaming, maybe they are just playing a game in the woods late at night, or maybe something else was going on that will never fully be disclosed. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. A couple of months ago, a YouTuber named Brie Must Be Woodstock shared a video of her during an urban exploration in an abandoned building with a couple of her friends. The building looks to be incredibly dark, and therefore Brie has to use a flashlight just to even see her surroundings, so I can't imagine how creepy and unnerving it must have been in there, especially when this happens. Now that scream is just clear as day. One more time.
That was a girl screaming. That was a girl screaming.
So freaky. Brie's reaction to this scream sounds quite authentic to me, and not like something that could have been faked. Although the scream itself could have been altered in editing, Brie and her friends do seem genuinely terrified, and it's only a matter of seconds later in which they promptly leave the building, presumably for good, probably in fear that there is a ghost there, and it isn't friendly. Do you crumple up in fear at the mere thought of something scary? Then these videos are not for you.